who administered the estate. Executors are not automatically the people who inherit. Princess Diana's executors had major authority over her estate, but that authority did not make them the people who inherited her fortune. This distinction sounds technical, yet it is the point that many viral stories miss. An executor manages a legal process. A beneficiary receives property under the will. The two roles can belong to the same person, but they do not automatically do so. Princess Diana signed her will in 1993. In 1996, she added a codicil, which is a legal document that changes part of a will without replacing the entire will. That codicil removed her former private secretary, Patrick Jeffson, from the executor role and placed her sister, Lady Sarah McCorquodale, in that position. Diana's mother, Frances Shandkide, also served in the administration and probate records list Richard Charters, then Bishop of London, among the executors. Diana's executors were responsible for collecting the estate's assets, dealing with debts, paying costs and inheritance tax, overseeing trusts, and distributing money and property according to the will and later court orders. Those tasks gave the executors practical control during administration. They could make decisions within their legal authority, seek court approval, and manage property for beneficiaries who were still children. None of that meant the estate became their personal property. The beneficiaries at the center of the will were William and Harry. After expenses, taxes, and specific gifts, the residuary estate was divided equally between the two sons. Because they were minors, the money was held in trust. The executors and trustees therefore handled assets that ultimately belonged for the sons' benefit. The confusion grew after a court-approved variation changed parts of the estate plan. The timing for access to capital was delayed. A payment was provided to former butler Paul Burrell, and personal belongings connected to Diana's letter of wishes were handled differently. Since family members helped administer those changes, some people assumed they had seized the inheritance. The evidence does not support that conclusion. Princess Diana's executors can be criticized or debated over how they interpreted a non-binding letter of wishes, especially regarding the 17 godchildren. But that separate controversy should not be turned into a false claim that the executors inherited the fortune. William and Harry remained the main equal beneficiaries. The simple lesson is useful far beyond royal history. Legal control over an estate is not the same as personal ownership of it. Princess Diana's case became unusually visible because the beneficiaries were famous children and every administrative choice attracted public attention. Yet publicity did not change the core legal distinction. The executors managed property for the estate, while the will identified who was meant to benefit from it.